means we need to work together. So think about this. What are you entitled to in this world? Think about it. Because I've come up with a list of everything that you're entitled. Now, take a deep thought. What are you entitled to as you enter this world? And here's the list that I've come up with. Now, when I'm in a big group, they all kind of laugh. We're not entitled to really anything, to be honest with you. We want food, we want shelter. That's what people provide to us when we're born. But at the end of the day, we need to provide for our own life, do the things that help us get to the next level. And, we pay taxes every year to the government. This is what the government needs to provide to me. Everything I need to succeed as an individual, the infrastructure, help me make security, prevent me from crime, and do everything you can to prevent crime, provide clear water. All these things enter into what the government would do to help it, and then allows me to succeed. Special interest groups, number 2. They were great. They were designed to assist marginalized groups to not given a voice, like women's right to vote. And there's other issues on that. They were terrific getting in the past, but now a big decision by the Supreme Court, Citizens for FEC, and it was a big mistake. I think and because of that, it's taken the special interest groups too far. You and I can donate to a political party, but we're maxed out. But when you create what they call a political action group, they can provide, they get money from as many people as they want, and they can provide and give as much money to a political candidate as possible. And I always make this point. Let's say me as an individual wanted to run for president, and I had no money. Would I have a very good chance of winning? Not a chance. But if someone gave me $1 trillion, do you think I might have a better chance of winning? Absolutely. That's the problem with today's society. These PACs have provided that type of money to get to the next level. The legal system, number 3. We've become a very litigious society. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner here, here's this guy circled in red. He's got a bag over his face. The reason why he has the bag over his face, because if he goes through a red light, he gets caught for speeding, they can't identify him. So is that the right thing to do? No. I was on WWO radio and a lawyer called in and said, I don't think this is fair. They can't prove who I am. I went through a red light. They got me. And yet they can't prove it was me. But the guy just admitted on radio that he was guilty. And now he's trying to fight it. People know when they have done something wrong, but they find a way to justify it. When that attorney wanted to fight it, even though he was wrong, there's something to say about being a litigious society. And there millions are being awarded for frivolous lawsuits. Big paydays. Everybody wants to hit the lottery, and it happened to me. True story. I was driving down a street. I came to a T intersection. There was a white car that had a lot of junk in the back, a truck. And the guy went forward. I had to go up over a hill. He stops in the middle of the intersection. I look to my left. He stops. I didn't see him stop, and I tapped him. I get out of my car. I looked at my car. No damage to my car, no damage to his car. I went up to him and said, look, sir, I'm sorry. It's my fault. And I was in a blue suit at the time with a tie. My fault. But look, come on back. No damage to your car. He rolls down the window halfway. I said, sorry, my neck is killing. It really hurts. I'm calling the police. I said, okay, call the police. Wait a couple minutes, and all of a sudden I hear these big sirens coming down the road. And I look down on the road, and there's a big fire engine coming. And they finally pull up, and I go, what are you guys doing here? And he goes, we just got a call. There was a major accident in an intersection. I said, are you serious? He goes, yes. So the guy was still in the middle of the road. I said, can you pull over and just let all these people by? Because you're holding up traffic. No, I'm not moving my car. Finally, the police show up. And the police goes to this guy and he says, sir, can you get out of the car? He gets out of the car. Can you tell me where the damage is? So the guy points to the back of his back of his car and he goes, there's damage there, there, and there. And the police goes, it can't be all three. Which one is it? So the guy got all flustered and said, it's this one. So anyway, I went to the policeman. I said, look, sir, I'm sorry. It was my fault. I just tapped the guy. I have no damage. I says, just a minute, sir. And I go, whoa. And I said, he says, this happens all the time. So I waited. I said, am I going to get a ticket? He said, just a minute. So at the end of the day, he gave me a report. He says, you can get the police report in about 10 days. Bottom line, I get a call from their insurance and they're suing me. I said, okay, I got my insurance company involved. They'll work with it. I took pictures of everything. Here's the thing. They sued for medical and coverage and actually got $25,000 in that suit. And I was just livid that it happened to me. It should have never happened. I was very upset about it. So the legal system